Welcome back from that break. I'm now with Lauren Balu, the son to Mr. Fred Kiyingi, who accepted to donate part of his liver to save the life of his dad. To me, he is a hero. Let's talk to him. Welcome to the show, Lauren.
Thank you, madam.
Which class are you?
I finished senior for Batam institution.
Oh dear.
Yes.
What are you doing now?
I'm doing graphics in computer designing.
Where did you get that courage?
Thank you. It's when Dad was too ill. He used to collapse every day. At home had no peace. And we never used to go to school sometimes. And we used to work in the city too, us together, looking for a donor. So the one who promised never did. So I decided to stand up, and one day I told him that, Dad, I can give you my liver, a part of it, so that you can live and become happy. So he told me, you are still young.
You are?
Then I said, yes, but I am a man. I must work like a man.
Yeah, oh dear.
So I told him, I'll protect you, I'll always be with you, and I promise I will do it. So he was scared.
Oh God.
Started shedding tears. So after that, 1 week passed. They told me to go and for the checkup. As we did the checkup, the blood matched with everything. And as the results came out, the doctor said my liver was all right, my heart was all right, everything totally. So we were remaining with the passport and the visa. So that's how we came by to donate my dad.
You're really a strong boy. Do you know that? And God is going to bless you.
Thank you, madam.
Oh my God. Oh God. I'm now speechless. You are a hero.
So I had to run in the city up and down, looking for someone who will help me to get my birth certificate because it was needed, and also the passport was needed, thus also the visa form. I remember I went to fill in my visa form on the computer. I was alone, but good enough, I knew computer. So I was able to fill in. God helped me. And the passport, Dad had helped me to get one.
Before he left?
Yes. And the birth certificate, we struggled with him. Yeah, so I got it after like 3 weeks had passed.
With everything almost cleared, Balu had to go through the struggles of travel clearance without some of the requirements, for it was short notice travel.
The passport was difficult. I cried. Why? At the time they had promised me to give me the passport, it was an emergency.
Did you tell
for
them?
The patient? Yes. My dad told them, please, I'm going to have a liver transplant, but please help my son to get the passport as quickly as in time, so as to fly as early because he's the donor and is needed urgently. No ideas. I had never gone there. I was trying to look for someone to help me. They told us that we should go to a certain office. As we went there, we sat, yet at the tent they were serving the passports.
Oh, and you had no idea?
Yes, yet a certain officer had told me that I go to a certain office. Our passports will be already there, as for the patients. And the bad thing, they had mixed now with those who are renewing, with those who are going abroad any day, any time.
So the new ones and the ones renewing were all in the same place?
And it was 5 p.m. I was tired. I had to go back then.
What time did you go there?
At 1. Yes. So I said, Jesus, help me, my Lord. So early in the morning I went there. They told me I'd wait at 7. I waited, but no one was caring about me. So I had to stand like a man. I told them, please help me. I'm a young person. I'm just a teenager. And my dad is sick.
I don't know these things. My dad is sick. He's waiting for me.
Yeah.
I'm the donor. Oh, God.
They told me, yes, we know. So what? I said, oh, my God. But eventually they gave me my passport. But now here there was another narrow frustration at the Indian High Commission. I went there for the first time. Now I'm about to fly. So when I reached there, they told me bring the documents which show that you are the donor, that you are going to donate to your father.
Have the documents?
I had.
Okay.
I had a copy.
Okay.
So they told me, but who is going to support you? Who is going to pay for that money, transport, whatever, for donation? And I had no idea. Dad just told me everything was worked upon. So I told them, you can read in the documents. You can find out. He told me, no, go back. So I cried. Then I told Mr. Nathan, and I wrote him through the email. I told him, Mr. Nathan, I have a problem. I went to the Indian High Commission. They told me that I must find other documents attached to the Uganda Health of Ministry. For that, it was not accompanied by ours. So he told me, I'm going to help you. So we reached there, he explained to them. He told them everything as it was going by. So they gave me the visa.
He had to get a shot for the yellow fever vaccination. This was a hard paper.
Then I reached at the airport. Time to go. As they were checking by, they checked my yellow card. They told me it is mature. They are not going to fly.
Oh.
I told them, why? You said that this is needed and was being requested by you, by immigrant officers and so many officers at the airport, asked by the doctors in India. I cried. They told me that apart from this, you can go to the nearby hospital and get another yellow card.
So you went to the nearest hospital?
They again checked me, so I was able
to fly.
Yes, it was my first time. I'd never gone to surgery. So I told him that in order not to scare him, but I thought I was going to die.
But you didn't want to scare Dad?
Yeah, I never wanted him to be frustrated. So I told him bye-bye because I never knew anything. Anything can happen, actually. So I started crying, but in my mind I knew that Dad would be alive. Even if I die, things will be all right. So I told him, bye-bye, Daddy. I'm going. They are taking me. I'm not going to run away. Be safe. And Mommy was crying, stop, stop, stop talking. Those are bad words.
I know, like any other
yes.
mother would.
So he told me, remember your little brothers and sisters. Just give an imagination when you are happy, when everything is all right. So by something like 20 minutes, they had already finished there.
Oh, 20 minutes only?
Okay,
you don't know.
Yeah, but they just told me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was awake on another bed. I had the pain. I couldn't sit. My mouth was dry. 2 days without taking water, without eating. Only injections in the neck and on the arms. and I had a certain tube inside in the stomach, very long. I used to carry the waste products, anyway. They used to go there, so as the river, to get some water, blood, and other medical applicants. So I was there on the bed. I used to see no mom like for 2 days. Daddy, I never knew about anything. So a certain nurse came and told me the operation was successful. Your dad is all right. And it was, yeah, I was so happy. I was so happy. I wanted to see him. They told me calm down. And moreover, there was no blood transfusion. So God helped us.
That is really good.
Yes.
So at the moment, everything is back to normal? You're fine now?
Yes. Apart from, they told me that I should wait for 6 months. Yeah, I should not play football.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for what you did for Dad. God will surely bless you.
Thank you.
Ever heard of a saying, behind every successful man there is a strong woman? So with Dalek, through this almost unending nightmare, she was beside him all the way, bearing together in his pain.
No, actually, when we were in Shinai, in December, when they told us you have to go back, you look for donor, you need a liver transplant with $60,000, I asked myself, what's all of this? Getting $15, it was also hard to come here. And now they are telling us $60,000. What is all this? I saw that this is the devil's plan. Because me, I'm a true believer. And I thank God that passing through this thing is in my faith. I've been strong in faith. But I sat and I asked him, we are going back. Will we manage to get $60,000 really to come?
It's next to impossible.
Because I asked him before, when he was still there, God can do everything. You can't even give you a new liver. He change.
Yes.
He can change this liver without operation, and it becomes new. That's what I told him. And we have not even got that done. Because he asked them, don't you have there in the fridge? He said, no, we can't give. Then I said, okay, let me give him. Before, when we were in Shinai in December, one doctor told me, how old are you? I told him. And how old is he? He told him. Then he said, how many children do you have? The last child is how many years? Then when I asked all those questions, I said, He went to work. He told them how it was. He said, But then I told him, you know what? Let us we be like mad. We go to the street, starting begging.
To start begging. Oh. Now, the time you people were in India and they took both your husband and your son to be operated.
Yeah, that is the second time, of course. That's what I...
Yes. What was going on through your mind? Did you feel like probably you lose one of them, or will they survive? What questions were going on?
Many minds in my head and many questions in my heart. Because we went in India, we spent 1 month. I don't know whether I talked about it.
Yes.
Going to Indian government to get authority to do the surgery. But when they delayed, they say, see, you can see the children I left here. See, we are here in India, spending 1 month here. We have not done anything. How will I find my children really? Asking their father. He said, I don't know. But when time came, when they are taking them, in the morning they came, tomorrow we'll first take your son at 6:30, 5:30 morning. Then at 7, we come for his father. Then that night they started giving me papers to sign. Sign here, sign here. This is for who? For the daughter. Oh, I sign. Then they say, finished it. Then we are going to start at this book. This is for the father. I start signing. I
There's
said,
a lot
God.
of work.
But when I finished signing, I said, God, the time has come.
I know.
That's what I said. But, or you know, I have been praying for you. But just help, do it for this boy. That's what I said.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for your
you
time.
too.
We'll go for a short break, but when we come back, we'll talk to one of the friends and the coordinator of the hospitals in India who helped the family. Do not go away.